going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please drop a one in the chat. Please drop a one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly out there. Just drop a one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Can y'all hear me out there? Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Okay, I see a couple of ones. Okay. Okay, let me get a couple of more. Y'all. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Oh, we got a good one today, y'all. I need a couple of more ones, y'all. Let me get like two more ones. Okay. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone that's in the building right now, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. Man, I appreciate all the love and the support. Happy Sunday to everyone. We got another great show lined up today. So I need you guys to hit the like button on the way in, double tap y'all screens. If y'all are here through the vertical feed, please double tap y'all screens if y'all are here through the vertical feed, because we're going to get into it today. So let's give some shout outs. And after we give some shout outs, we're going to get right into today's show. So let's see who's in the building. And then we're going to get into it. Shout out to my man Mark in the building. Peace, Mark. Shout out to Mark McJoy in the building. Shout out to New York Nikki Baby in the building. One of my lovely lady moms that come through and hold it down. Thank you so much, New York Nikki. Happy Sunday to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Camille in the building. Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Good to see you, sweetheart. Shout out to you. Happy Sunday. Shout out to the lovely lady mods that's in the building on a Sunday. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my man GQ. What up, GQ? Salute, my brother. Salute. Shout out to Flatbush in the building. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Big Dice in the building. What up, Dice? Salute, my brother. Salute. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support. Shout out to Team Guardian. Shout out to my man Tampa Supreme in the building. What up, Tampa? Salute. Shout out to my comrade Mr. Sutton in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute. Happy Sunday, bro. See who else is in the building. Let's see who else is in the building. Shout out to Ms. L'Oreal in the building. Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Shout out to Ms. L'Oreal in the building. Happy Sunday to you. Ms. L'Oreal. Salute. Good to see you. Let's see who else is up in the building. What's up, Just Jules? Happy Sunday, Just Jules. Good to see you. See who else is up in the building. Shout out to everyone that's in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all support the show with a like and a share. Support the show with a like and a share. If you're here through the vertical feed, just double tap your screens or hit the three buttons, hit the three dots that's in the corner of your phone, and you can find a like button right there, man. I appreciate everyone that is in the building today. Shout out to everyone, man. Salute to all the visionaries. Y'all see the show. Y'all see the show. Brotherhood is dead in the modern world. So we're going to start today's show off with a video. Let's get to this video real quick. Shout out to everyone that's in the building, by the way. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
The niggas that ain't been through nothing, that never seen nothing bad happen in life, you know, them is the only niggas that go out there in the street and try to create bad shit and create destruction for themselves and for their community and for their family. You know, niggas that actually had to go through shit that they didn't have nothing to do with. They never want to keep doing shit to keep going through the same pain. They keep going through that same suffering. Every nigga in the streets, they look at that shit like it's fun. They wake up and be happy to grab a switch. They be happy to put their ski mask on, bro. Niggas that really going through that shit, they don't want that shit, bro. So if you see a nigga out there, he want to be out there, bro. Niggas that's really going through some shit, they trying whatever the fuck they can do to get away from that shit, bro. They going to the military, they staying in the house all day. They doing whatever the fuck they gotta do. So don't get fooled, bro. All them niggas out there, they want that shit. They want to die. They want to just, they think they getting some type of real money, some long-term money. All they're doing is making they fucking peoples look bad and make themselves look bad, bro. So every nigga that's in the streets, you know, is a fucking goofy, a bitch-ass coward, bro. So don't be one of them. You know, only the niggas that ain't been through nothing, that never seen nothing bad happen in life, you know, them is the only niggas that go out there in the street and try to create bad shit and create destruction for themselves and for their community and for their family. You know, niggas that actually had to go through shit that they didn't have nothing to do with. They never want to keep doing shit to keep going through the same pain. They keep going through that same suffering. Every nigga in the streets, they look at that shit like it's fun. They wake up and be happy to grab a switch. They be happy to put their ski mask on, bro. Niggas that really going through that shit, they don't want that shit, bro. So if you see a nigga out there, he want to be out there, bro. Niggas that's really going through some shit, they trying whatever the fuck they can do to get away from that shit, bro. They going to the military, they staying in the house all day. They doing whatever the fuck they gotta do. So don't get fooled, bro. All them niggas out there, they want that shit. They want to die. They want to just, they think they getting some type of real money, some long-term money. All they're doing is making they fucking peoples look bad and make themselves look bad, bro. So every nigga that's in the streets, you know, is a fucking goofy, a bitch-ass coward, bro. So don't be one of them. You know, only the niggas that ain't been.
I wanted to start today's show off with that. Shout out to Random Clips. You have a wonderful weekend as well, bro. Salute. Right. And shout out to the brother for delivering that message, man. Because today's show, brotherhood is dead in the modern world. Brotherhood is dead in the modern world. Today, we're going to talk about what's going on with Kanye West and Jay-Z. I also want to give my in-depth analysis on the whole Mo3 Yellow Beezy thing. Because I know a lot of channels, you know, a lot of the entertainment channels, they cover these topics, you know, from a blogger's perspective, right? And shout out to them. Shout out to them because, you know, at the end of the day, content creators, the way I create content, a lot of times we use their content as a source of information. So shout out to all the bloggers. I don't got nothing against a blogger or a reaction channel or anything like that, because a lot of times those channels are used as references to content creators such as myself, right? What's up, Cheese World? Shout out to Elisino in the building. Salute, OG. Appreciate you, champion. Yes, sir. New York Nikki says insanity. Do what you always have done. Get what you always got. Move right. What up, Club? Shout out to my man Club in the building. Right? So I don't really have nothing against, those types of channels, but when they speak on a lot of these situations that go on in hip hop and a lot of the recent stories that are going on or that have been going on, right? I think that people really don't be understanding or really grasping the message out of what we see going on, right? I think a lot of people don't understand what time it is, what's going on in the world right now. So when we see a lot of this stuff, right, we just look at it like, oh man, that's bad. That shouldn't have happened. And that's cool. But I think a lot of times we be missing the message. And this is where content creators such as myself, platforms such as mine and others, right? Peace to Seth's son. Salute, my brother. Salute. Right? Where we can come in and review these stories and pull what's needed out of it. You see? So there can actually be a lesson learned. So it's not just views and money being made and narratives being spun, but there's some actual understanding about what's going on, about what we're seeing, about what we're witnessing. Because the internet is a world within itself. And there's a lot of people who just hang out in the internet world and don't really understand anything about it. So what happens is a lot of people spend their time searching for content so they could just go in a loop. They just searching for content so they just going in a loop. They chasing the algorithm. They're on a hamster wheel. And there's no understanding being gained from any of this stuff. Hey, Scorpio, shout out to you. The lovely lady Mods is in the building today. Good to see y'all on Sunday. Hope y'all went to church. Shout out to my man Mac Mean in the building. Salute, Brody. God's work. Salute. Shout out to TSTV in the building. Right? But this is where channels such as mine have to come in and give a different perspective. Outside of the popular concepts. So I know a lot of y'all have been seeing what's been going on with Jay-Z. Scorpio said, I went to church. That's what's up, Scorpio. Shout out to my man Third in the building. What up, Third? Salute, my brother. Right? A lot of y'all been seeing what's been going on with Kanye. And if y'all haven't, right, let me catch y'all up. Let me let you, because Kanye done went off again, y'all. Kanye done went off again. But before we get to Kanye, right, let me just continue expounding on the video and why I played that video. Because what that brother was explaining and what he was breaking down that the dudes in the streets today They have no idea what they're dealing with. This is why a lot of people are saying the streets are dead, the streets is over, the streets is not what it used to be. And I'm here to tell y'all this, right? I'm here to tell y'all this. Every generation has said this once they've lived past certain things. I want y'all to stop just saying stuff without being able to qualify it. Oh, the streets is dead. To some people, the streets is popping. So what do you mean by the streets is dead? In what aspect? Qualify your statement. What's up, DC? DC coolness. What's going on? Shout out to my man Shots in the building. What up, Shots? Salute. Qualify your statement. The streets is dead in what way? Because to the dudes that's still in the streets doing whatever they doing, right? You can't tell them that the streets is dead. See what I mean? But a lot of people listen to what's popular on these airwaves and they just repeat it. What up, City Boy Floyd? Salute, bro. Third says, honestly, bro, I think Kanye is ready to check out himself or have someone check him out so he can go be with his mama, so he could go be with Mama West, because he doesn't seem to care about anything anymore. And we're going to get to that, bro. We're going to get to that. Because I'm going to say this about Kanye, right? And then I'm going to wrap up what I was talking about. Then we going to keep it pushing. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Please double tap y'all screens. Hit the like button on the way in, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit that share button as well. And this is my opinion. I don't think Kanye has ever went off without any good reason. I don't think Kanye does things for nothing. Some of y'all think Kanye is crazy. I don't believe Kanye is crazy. I think Kanye is playing a role. But Kanye knows what he's doing. He knows what he's saying. And he's doing it for a specific reason. He's doing this for a specific reason. Max says that album is depressing as F, but somehow dope too. Hey, Stacy Galore, how you doing? Shout out to TSTV in the building. I appreciate that super chat. Happy Sunday to you. She says, children are off limits, period. I agree. I agree, Stacy Galore. I don't think Kanye, when he go off for no reason. She says Kanye is not crazy. Max says Kanye is a typical troll Gemini. That's what people forget too, Mac, that Kanye is a Gemini. And Geminis don't forget nothing. They don't forget. And the number one thing they don't forget how you treat them. Especially if you done them wrong in some way. They're gonna get you back. They're gonna remind you of what you've done. But let's finish up this topic and then we're gonna get to Kanye. Because I know that's why y'all came here. We're gonna get to Kanye. But what's dead in the streets, y'all, what's What's dead in the streets and what a lot of us thought was alive in the streets at one point was brotherhood. You know, a lot of us brothers who did whatever they done or whatever, and you was down with your little crew, and you know y'all was getting money and y'all was doing whatever y'all was doing. At that time, you probably felt like you was with your brothers. Y'all was a brotherhood, right? Y'all was a brotherhood at one point. But what I found out is it's hard for a brotherhood to really be established if y'all all doing wrong. See, if we all doing wrong together, that's not really a brotherhood. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, brothers. And I'm going to tell you why it's not a brotherhood. Because at some point, y'all going to start doing wrong to one another. And if you ever was outside like that, you know that. You've experienced this. At some point, y'all going to start doing wrong to one another. This is what happens. And we learn later on the saying that we always heard the older guys say, that there's no honor amongst thieves. There's no brotherhood in the streets. There is no bro code. There is no code. Because at some point, y'all gonna start transgressing against one another. Shout out to big guys, especially when the money start coming. Y'all are gonna begin to transgress against one another. Y'all are gonna find ways to start arguing with one another. Things are just gonna start happening. Elisino says the street mentality ain't for everyone. It isn't. It isn't. But I'm gonna say this, OG. The street mentality is for no one. Because I'm gonna keep it real. The streets corrupts everyone. Once you get out there and you start doing whatever you doing, you're never the same again. You're no longer the same person. Certain parts of your attitude, your personality, your outlook on life, all of that stuff changes. The way you view people, the way you view your family, the way you look at the law, the way you view God, the way you view the devil. All this stuff changes when you in the street, when you get in the streets. And we're not talking about being no super official dude and you was running blocks. You ain't even got to be doing all of that. You don't have to be doing all of that. The streets corrupt everyone. Because if you listen to most street dudes' story, even the ones who went up to the top of the food chain. Most of these guys started out doing what? They started out watching. They all started out watching what was going on around them. See how it corrupts everyone. It corrupts everyone. Even my homeboys that never sold drugs, that never carried a gun, never was in a gang. Even they have a street attitude because they was outside with us. Even though they didn't participate, they were not actively participating in any crime. They still protect themselves a certain way. They still carry themselves a certain way. They still have this energy about them because the streets corrupt you. That's what it does. It corrupts everyone, even the ones who never got active like that. It corrupts you, period. And this is what the young brother was talking about in the video. But the one thing the streets never teaches and never enforces is brotherhood. Now, some of y'all may be in gangs and y'all may be like, oh man, what he talking about? We got gang members on the internet exposing their own gang. You have gang members on the internet exposing their own gang. You have active gang members who give paperwork to content creators to expose their fellow gang members. How is it brotherly love overriding oppression and destruction, and you went and gave the paperwork for your brother to a YouTuber to put it out to the world? So it don't look like you transgressed against your brother. You backdoored the nigga. You see why today's show is what it is? Brotherhood is dead in the modern world. Brotherly love overriding oppression and destruction, but you backdoored your brother. And you backdoored him so you don't have to deal with the consequences of transgressing against him. See this? See this? Now, who just did what I'm talking about? Let me show y'all. Right here. This is a picture of Mo3, Yella Beezy, and Trap Boy Freddy as young niggas all together. They were friends. And what did I say? they started transgressing against one another. They started transgressing against each other. Because like Dice said earlier, that money start coming in. That money start coming in. Mo 3 was hotter than all of them. Mo 3 was hot first. Mo 3 had the whole city. But his friends couldn't even congratulate him. That's like, let's break it down to street terms. That's like you and all your homies on the block hustling. But one of your homies go get that pack. This nigga come back to the block and come outside and he done finished his pack in 30 minutes. Y'all niggas been outside since 9:30 this morning. You and your other man. This is Trap Boy Freddy and Yella Beezy. Now they mad at their homie. Instead of being happy for their homie. Because remember, all three of y'all was just broke together. So we start getting some money together. I go find a good connect and I got the block jumping and y'all mad at me now. Y'all mad at me now. This is what happened with Trap Boy Freddy, Yella Beezy, and Mo 3. Mo 3 took off. He was that dude. And instead of them continuing to grind and stay in their lane and be who they are and allow their homie to shine, because that was the whole plan in the beginning, these niggas became jealous. And this is normal shit. This is stuff that happens on the block. This is nigga shit. Dice said, that was me. I'm telling you. And when that happens, right? Now your mans don't like you. You don't know yet though, but your mans don't like you. And the other two niggas is sitting together conspiring against you. Now, remember, y'all all are brothers. It's a brotherhood. Right? So why would another brother allow his brother and your brother, right? Why would he allow that brother to come to him and conspire against you? Because he feels the same way. He feels the same way. And see, this is how it starts. They start talking about you behind your back. Back is called backbiting. You know, the Bible tells you to not backbite. This is backbiting. This is how it starts. This is how hatred is built, is developed, and envy. Because the backbiting, people sitting around just you the topic. You the topic now. Now when the blunts get rolled up, you the topic. When they go get liquor, you the topic. This how it start. This is what they was doing to Mo 3. This is why today's show is Brotherhood is Dead in the Modern World. This how it starts. And then the more they talk about you, whoever spam in the chat, block them. My lovely lady mods in the building, get rid of them. Anybody spamming the chat, block them. Right? And how the hatred is developed is they keep talking. Because the more they talk and backbite, it fuels them. It fuels them. It fuels them. Right? Block them. Don't time them out. Block them. Right? So, shout out to my lovely lady mods. Right? So, what happens over time is the more you start to blow up and become who you are, right? The hatred gets stronger and stronger. Stronger and stronger. See, this is also what happened, right? Between FBG Duck and Dirk. This is the same thing that happened. And why I can say this is the same thing, because originally, the GDs and the BDs was together. And from what my research told me, the GDs and the BDs broke up because of a power struggle. A power struggle. Politics. You know, dudes start feeling like they bigger than the protocol. They start feeling like, well, since I did this, I should have this, and I should be able to control this, and y'all should be able to call me this. You know, dudes start getting out of their body. You see? Dudes start getting out of their body. This is what happened with Dirk and Duck. Every time Duck made a hit song, every time he made a hit song, it made Dirk madder and madder and madder and madder. That's all it did. And it made him so mad. It made him so mad that he paid for a hit. What do y'all think just happened with Yella Beezy and Mo 3? The bigger Mo 3 got, the bigger he got. the more insecure Yella Beezy felt. He stopped doing music. Trap Boy Freddie went into hiding. See? And at one point, these guys were friends. You know, just like when you watch the interviews of the guys from Chirac, if you listen to a lot of them talk about their childhood, they all tell you that their childhood was fun. Why you think it was fun? Because they all grew up together. Just like in my neighborhood. Just like in my neighborhood. We all grew up together. And when we got older, certain guys went one way, other guys went the other way. And what happened? At some point, we start feeling like we oppie against one another. This is what the streets do. But before we got a certain age and, you know, we got that dumb shit put in our heads from being outside, right? Before that, we was cool. We all was friends. We was playing ball against each other. Shit. We was together. You see? And as men, we need, the reason why I'm doing this show, because we need to begin to examine this shit. Like, how when we all was young in this neighborhood, we all was cool, playing with each other. Y'all was coming to our block, dating our girls. We going to your block, hollering at y'all girls on y'all block. To we getting our teenage years and into our early 20s and we ops. Because y'all turned this and we turned this. This is what happened in Chicago. This is what happened in the Bronx with the OGs and the YGs. Y'all don't see the same pattern? We got brothers in the chat saying they was a part of the same shit. The same dudes you grew up with, they went and turned one set, y'all went and turned another set. And your girl be hanging on my block, so now y'all got a reason to beef with us. This is the shit that used to happen. Going to 42nd Street on Easter, facts. Don't forget about Coney Island, Dice. 40 Deuce and Coney Island for Easter. That's, if you from Brooklyn and you grew up outside, you went to Coney Island and you went to 40 Deuce for Easter. Facts. Shout out to the underrated darkness in the building. Salute. Deaf culture, man. Deaf culture. Right? And then we team up, right? And go against the dudes we used to call our friends when we was growing up. And then after we done beefing with them, when we get older, we start beefing with each other. Did y'all ever think about this? Y'all ever think about this? But this is what we're looking at when we're looking at the Mo 3 situation. They all was friends. There's another guy who's connected to them who lost his life. His name was Royal Lee. They all was friends. They all were interconnected. All of them. Just like Chief Keef, Little Reese, Dirk, Duck, just like them. FBG Cash, FBG Butter, just like all of them. Just like all of them. When I was sitting back before I thought about doing this show, I was like, yo, that's crazy. How this stuff, how the same occurrence happens in different places. Look at the beef between Young and Ace and Julio Fulio and them. They went to school together. Y'all don't see this? Brotherhood is dead, man. Brotherhood is dead in the modern world, man. And I just wanted to start the show off with this, because now we're going to get into the whole Kanye situation. Kanye and Jay. Because Kanye done went crazy again. And I know a lot of y'all is probably like, why is Kanye going crazy? Yeah, rest in peace to Fredo. I know a lot of y'all are probably like, man, why is Kanye going crazy? But I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to refresh our memory. But shout out to Forgotten Kings TV. Let's get to the first video, right? When Kanye going crazy. Let's get to the first video with Kanye going crazy. Right?
Listen, y'all, I'm not sure if Kanye is actually running his Twitter account, but if so, he's just done the unthinkable. Okay, we're familiar with Kanye always crossing the line, but this one, I don't know, y'all. I don't think he can come back from this. Okay, Kanye has done a lot of things, and of course, he goes by Ye now, right? Well, Ye, he's just made some tweets about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay, now, of course, he's been, on several rants on social media, but this latest series of tweets about Jay-Z and Beyonce's children, people already believe that, this is the point of no return. Again, for those who miss what Ye had to say about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids moments ago in a series of tweets, Kanye says, wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? No, literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having children is a choice. Now, of course, Kanye deleted the tweet moments later and followed up with another tweet explaining why he felt the need to delete the post, okay? In Kanye's response, he says, I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person. I took it down like Down syndrome. Get it? Am I right? Am I right? F the world. Real talk. F everybody. All right. Now, again, that was Kanye going off on Jay-Z and Beyonce in a series of tweets. As you can see, a lot of fans are just speechless, man, after seeing Kanye and his tweets about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, man. As we've seen in the past, Kanye has made several controversial rants, said controversial remarks. We've been through this, before. And honestly, a lot of people have done a great job with ignoring Kanye and his antics up until this point, man. Now people are like, yo, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? In what world is this acceptable? We get it. Kanye's been through a lot. We understand, right? Just yesterday, Kanye, talked about feeling conflicted about the passing of his moms. You know what I mean? Feeling responsible just by the success of his career, exposing it to this lifestyle. Kanye feeling like, if I never, became famous, she could still be here. This is Kanye pouring his heart out on social media. Moments like that, you get it. You understand. This man is very vulnerable. However, the moment you start to try to, sympathize with this man, he does things like this, which makes it easier for people to distance themselves from him, you know what I mean, and his brand overall. And now he's upset because he doesn't have any support, at least from his peers within the rap game. Okay, recently he went at Kendrick Lamar. Okay, just last year you was sending shots at Drake for Kendrick. Now you going at him. And everybody else who isn't publicly standing with Kanye, man. And it's just unfortunate. Because like I said, whether you're, Team Ye, right, Team Kendrick, whoever, at some point we got to take a stand. You get what I mean? Because it's unnecessary. And it's unfortunate because Kanye's done a lot, right? A lot of damage to his own brand. It's self-inflicted. No one's forcing this man to do these things. Like I said, a lot of people, they bring up, the man needs help. And I wouldn't argue with anyone who brings that up. However, that can't be the automatic go-to for his convenience. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he said things at this point and refuses to apologize for anything he said or done. And that's fine. He doesn't have to apologize to any of us. But understand there are consequences for your actions. And now you've got to a point where if you never hear CJZ again, you know why. You know why. Because this is out of line. Like I said, we get it. You want to step in the booth and send shots. You don't cross that line. And, you can't be upset when people speak on, your personal life. And then you go out here and do this. I mean, you then become.
All right. That's the first video, right? So if y'all just coming in, make sure y'all hit the like button, by the way, right? If y'all just coming in, make sure y'all hit the like button. Shout out to T Church in the building. What up, T Church? Salute. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Shout out to Tanya, right? If y'all didn't hear what Kanye said, right, or Ye, he said, what up, Kenny Mac? Kenny Mac says, Ye is a straight goofball, for real, for real. Ye said that Jay-Z and Beyonce's children, their younger children, look retarded. That's what he said. He said their younger children look retarded. They look like they have Down syndrome. And y'all saw his response. He said that he only took the tweet down, not because he feel bad about what he said or because he's trying to be a nice guy. It's because he didn't want his Twitter removed. Right? Now, some of y'all are saying that's harsh. I agree. He shouldn't have talked about the children. He could have said whatever he had to say about Jay-Z. Could have said whatever he had to say about Beyonce. He didn't have to bring up their children. I agree, right? What up, Jay Smart? Peace. But, again, we got to remember, Kanye is a Gemini. And he's emotional as well. And this is why at the beginning of the show, I played Big Brother by Kanye West. Some of y'all like the song, but y'all really have to go back and listen to the content of the song. He was explaining to y'all how Jay-Z broke his heart back then. How he felt shunned by Jay-Z. That song, Big Brother, was him trying to reach out to Jay. You see, that's what that song was about. But now let's get into why Kanye is dissing Jay-Z and Beyonce. He's dissing Jay-Z, number one, is because Jay-Z never supported him in anything he's done. Anything outside of the industry. Remember, he looks at Jay-Z as his big brother. No ID is his mentor. Jay-Z is his big brother. Remember who founded Kanye West? It was Dame Dash. When Jay and Dame broke up, who did Kanye choose? See, y'all got to remember all of this stuff. Y'all can't forget this stuff. When the Rock split up, who did Kanye go with? Hey, Lynette, how you doing? Shout out to Lynette. He was just crying about not being able to see his kids on their birthday party. And Travis Scott helped him to see him on their birthday. Wow. See, I'm glad you said that, Lynette. I'm glad you said that. Kenny Mack says because Jay knew Ye wasn't right in the head. I'm going to tell you what it was. A lot of people forgot this, Kenny Mack. Jay-Z told Kanye West not to mess with Kim Kardashian. That is the first reason Jay-Z stepped away from Kanye. Because, again, Jay told Kanye not to mess with Kim. And he told Kanye not to mess with Kim, not because she was known what she was known for in the industry. That wasn't why. See, a lot of people say that, but that wasn't the reason why. He told Kanye he was not allowed to mess with any of the Kardashians. And here's the real reason why. He was told he couldn't touch a Kardashian because of Beyonce's family. This is what a lot of y'all don't know. When have y'all ever saw Beyonce and Kim together? Y'all ever saw them hanging out? When y'all ever saw Tina Knowles and Kim Kardashian's mother? I forgot her name. See, this is when you start getting into that brotherhood stuff. The brotherhoods and the sisterhoods. See, when you part of the hip hop brotherhood, they tell you what women you could deal with. Certain women are off limits. Kim Kardashian was off limits. Nobody who was connected to Jay-Z was allowed to deal with a Kardashian. Understand this. Right, Kris Jenner. They were not allowed to mess with the Kardashians. And he told Kanye this. He told Kanye this. See, remember when he was messing with Amber Rose? They never had a problem with him messing with Amber Rose. When he touched Kim Kardashian is when Jay-Z stepped away from him. And Kanye still can't understand to this day why Jay-Z stepped away from him. And it's because he was told not to mess with Kim. And he didn't listen. He didn't listen. See, in this brotherhood stuff, everybody knows everybody's wife. You see? And in that world, families fight families. Certain families are only allowed to mix with other families. So if you come from the bloodline of Jay-Z, right? Whether it's through Beyonce or whether it's through Jay-Z, you cannot mix with the Kardashians. If you notice, anybody who has ever messed with a Kardashian has never hung out with Jay-Z. You ever saw James Harden hang out with Jay-Z? Huh? You ever saw Reggie Bush hang out with Jay-Z? You ever saw Ray J around Jay-Z? You see? They tell you who you could sleep, who you could mess with, and who you can't. You see? That's how this works, y'all. Kanye has never understood this, and he has never forgiven Jay-Z for never supporting him. Kanye has mentioned this before, that Jay-Z has never supported him. He has never supported any of his children. He didn't come to no baby showers. He never came to no birthday parties. He never congratulated Kanye on even having children. See, this is the stuff that has built up in Kanye West that hurt him. This hurt Kanye. Damn, my big brother never, he didn't come to none of my baby showers. He never came to none of my children's birthdays. He never even sent a gift. He never even sent a thank you. He never even sent a happy birthday, even if he couldn't come. This is how Kanye is feeling about Jay-Z. And this is years of shit building up. This man didn't come to my marriage. He didn't come to my wedding. This is my big brother. He didn't come to my wedding. He didn't congratulate me. This is my big brother. This is how Kanye's feeling about Jay. See, y'all not taking none of this into consideration. Y'all just saying Kanye crazy. This nigga feel betrayed. He feel disloyalty. Nigga, I was there for you. I did everything you asked of me, Jay. I thought you was my brother. Now, because I fall in love with a woman you don't want me to be with because your wife and your wife's family don't like her, what that got to do with me, Jay? Nigga, I ain't Ray J. Why that can't be my wife because your wife don't like her? This is what Kanye been trying to figure out for all these years. Why this nigga just left me alone because I started messing with a woman he don't approve of? Nigga, me and you are friends. Who you decide to be in a relationship and be in a bed with don't got nothing to do with me. I would never cut one of my homeboys off because I disapprove of who he's sleeping with. What part of the game is that? Oh, I can't rock with you no more because you mess with Keisha. What? Nigga, I don't gotta like Keisha, but if you love her, that's sis, nigga. That's me though. Everybody not like that. But this is how Kanye is feeling. You gotta remember, Kanye's children are older now. I believe his oldest daughter, I think she's like 13, 14. Because I saw on the internet, Casanat sponsored one of her birthday parties. I think she's like 14 now, 13 or 14. So this is years worth of buildup here. He didn't just start feeling this way about Jay-Z out of nowhere. What's up, clever creatrix? What's going on? Good to see you. Jay Smart says, Kanye signed his name in blood ink. Therefore, he has to pay the price that comes with the soul contract. Yeah, yeah. We understand that side of it, Jay Smart. Of course. We understand the spiritual side of it. Right? But we gonna go to that part at the end. Okay. Right now, let's just keep it on the physical side. But shout out to my man Jay Smart, because he's absolutely right. What up, Link? Salute. Cynical says Northwest is 11. I think she was Blue's age. What up, Brooklyn Crook? It's my man Brooklyn Crook right there. What's good? Appreciate the super chat, bro. He says, in the image business, image is everything. Salute. Facts. Facts. Tanya says, Sheep, I understand your point. So a lot of people are just thinking that Kanye is just acting up. And it's like, nah, he has a reason to feel this way. And then y'all gotta, let's add this as a cherry on top, right? He hasn't heard from Jay-Z in years. He hasn't spoken to Jay-Z in years. So everything is left up to Kanye to think what he wants to think. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta look at the other person. Y'all gotta stop thinking everybody just hating on another person because the other person is in a higher position. No, people do people wrong. Kanye never got an explanation for why Jay cut him off. Jay never told him why. Jay don't tell niggas why he cut him off. He don't tell you why. Why you think so much people don't like Jay-Z? Why you think a lot of dudes love 50 Cent? Because 50 is transparent. 50 will tell you why I'm cutting you off. I'm telling you why. And I'm gonna tell the whole world, because I'm gonna get on Instagram and say it too. This is why a lot of dudes respect 50 more than they respect Jay. Because Jay don't handle shit like a man. He handles shit like a sucker. You see? And at the end of the day, if somebody's your friend, you owe them an explanation. If you claim that they're your friend, you owe them an explanation. You can't say, oh, well, I feel violated, so I don't got to explain my. No, you do that with strangers and people you just met, not somebody that you call your brother. No, you owe them an explanation. So he cut Kanye off and just left him for years. Left him to go through all the shit that Kanye went through by himself. See, none of y'all don't think about that either. Do y'all know Kanye went through all of this stuff by himself? The passing of his mother. He went through all of this shit alone. Where was Jay-Z? Where was Jay-Z when his mother died? Where was Jay-Z when Kanye West's mother died? Come on, we gonna talk. I told y'all we going there today. I told y'all. Shout out to Country Girl Queen in the building. Good to see you. Another one of my lovely lady mods in the building. The lovely lady mods is in here thick today. Happy Sunday to y'all ladies. Keep holding it down in the chat. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Jay is a slime ball, man. He's a slime ball, bro. Dice says, that's just Jay-Z's character. He did it to my guy, DeHaven. Yep. Yeah, he did it to DeHaven. But see, he did DeHaven bad on some street shit, Dice. He did Kanye dirty on some personal industry shit. I'm gonna be honest with that whole DeHaven situation, Dice. Jay-Z could have handled it better, but let's be real, Dice. At that time, Jay had to divorce himself from the streets. He had no choice, or else Jay-Z would have went to the feds. He had to divorce himself from the streets. He had to. Now, could he handled it a better way? Yeah, he could have handled it better. But Jay had to do what he did because the feds was on his ass. Think about it. Now that we have found out that the hip hop police is the feds, now that we have found out that hip hop is filled with a bunch of federal informants, we had a whole rapper who was an informant. His name was 6ix9ine. This nigga was a federal informant. He wasn't a rapper. This nigga was a cop. This nigga was a cop, 6ix9ine. This nigga was a cop. So Jay-Z had to get away from them niggas. Or, hey, Dice, he would have ended up like Bimmy. He would have had to tell, bro. Let's just keep it real. Jay-Z had to give up his street card, and he had to show the feds that he was divorced from the streets, or he would have been like Bimmy, respectfully, because we all know Bimmy told, because Bimmy wanted to still be in this. He wanted to be a street nigga, right? He wanted to run the streets by using his influence and his leverage in the industry. See, Bimmy didn't understand that he was in corporate America. And when you dealing with corporate America, nigga, you dealing with the feds. See, this is what happens to us when we don't know what we dealing with. See, Bimmy didn't understand this. This is just a quick detour. And this is a message to a lot of you so-called street niggas that want to be in the industry. Understand that these record labels are corporations. You work for a corporation. And when you work for a corporation, a high level corporation, like a record label, like an entertainment entity, you are dealing with the feds, okay? And the feds don't want to hear you ain't snitching, okay? So that's what happened to Bimmy. So that would have been Jay Dice if he didn't make it clear that he divorced from the streets. He'd have been finished a long time ago, Dice. He'd have been finished a long time ago. Jay wouldn't have made it as far as he did. Shout out to my brother Papa Flock in the building. Salute, bro. What up, D's? Yeah, he would have been like Bimmy, bro. He'd have been like Bimmy. Real talk. Jay Smart says, why is Jay-Z still ducking from his mentor, Big Daddy Kane? Is that a rhetorical question? I wouldn't say it's a rhetorical question. I don't think he's ducking Big Daddy Kane. What he ducking him for? I don't think he ducking him. Shout out to Cousin in the building. Salute, Hills in. We not done, y'all. We not done. We not done. Y'all hit the like button. Double tap y'all screens. Let's make sure we have those likes up, y'all. Let's make sure we have those likes up. Let's pull up this next video. Y'all give me 1 second. We'll pull up this next video. Hold up, y'all. Okay. So in this next video, right, that I'm getting ready to pull up, shout out to Forgotten Kings TV. Right? Shout out to Forgotten Kings TV. In this video, Kanye is basically going to be responding to Jay-Z and Beyonce threatening to sue him because of what he said. Right? I got you, Queena. I'm going to hit you up on the gram and let you know if I got it. I'm going to let you know after the show. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Now let's hear what Kanye got to say. Let's play the video.
Like, you know, it's been very therapeutic. I never really realized the amount of times that I've been crossed. Like, take John Legend, for instance. Like, I definitely changed his life.
Y'all heard that? Hold up. Hold up. Y'all see what I'm talking about, right? Y'all heard what Kanye just said? He said, this is very therapeutic because I haven't realized how much I've been crossed. See, Kanye feel the disloyalty. Kanye feel betrayed. I told y'all this. I told y'all this. There's certain type of people that don't handle betrayal well. Certain people do not handle betrayal well. Understand this. Another example of this before we get back into the video, right? Whoever saw the movie Carlito's Way? Remember what happened at the end? Some people don't forget certain things. They don't forget betrayal, disloyalty, dishonor, disrespect. Some people don't forget this stuff. See, some people think they could go around in the world and treat people any kind of way and think that their dog ass ain't gonna have a day. See, every dog has his day. But see, you got some people who think they such on a high horse that they not gonna come no time soon. And then you got some people who are like Billy Blanco. Remember me? Remember Benny Blanco from the Bronx? Look how many years that was, y'all. Look how many years. Remember when he first met Benny and his crew, when Carlito first met Benny and his crew was teenagers. When he roughed them up when they was young outside the club, Benny and his crew were teenagers. See, y'all will call this type of shit crazy. No. Revenge don't have an expiration date. And listen, by far, I'm not defending taking revenge on people. I'm not doing that. That's not the message here. What I'm saying is you can't expect everybody to deal with certain things the same way. Benny waited until he was a grown man. He waited till he grew up. So that means throughout his whole life, that one event changed his whole life. To when he became a grown man, he said, before I leave this earth, I'm going to kill Carlito. He made it his business to. And look when he did it. When Carlito was an old man, when Carlito was in love, and Carlito was ready to leave the game. Remember me? Remember Benny Blanco from the Bronx? This is Kanye West. This is Kanye. See, Kanye picked the perfect time to attack Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know why? Because Jay-Z is already running and ducking from lawsuits. See, his image, shout out to Brooklyn Crook, his image is already in the mud. See, it might have been smart for Jay-Z to separate from Kanye because of his image. No. And if you felt that way, that's cool, but look at him now. Now Kanye is going to spin the block with the chop. Kanye is spinning the block with the chop. Remember me? Remember Benny Blanco from the Bronx? This is what Kanye's doing. What up, El Plaga TV? What's good? Hey, Taylor. How you doing, young lady? Appreciate you for pulling up. FTC in the building. What up, FTC? Shout out to Team Guardian in the building. He told him, Carlito, you better kill me because if you don't. Hey, Dice, what do you think Benny was coming to do? What do you think Benny was coming to do? That was his life's plan, Dice, to kill Carlito. That was his life's plan. That nigga got his money up. He got his weight up. His team was stronger. And he smoked Carlito. That was his life's duty. He made that his life plan, Dice. When I grow up, I'm going to kill him. I'm telling you, see, Dice laughing too, right? Because he know this go on in real life. This happens in neighborhoods. This happens on blocks where young dudes will be getting hurt by an older dude, and that young boy will grow up and blow his brains out. This really happens. This really happens. This really happens. Young boy keep getting humiliated because he grew up broke. He was dirty. That boy get that pack and start hustling and get his money up. And then soon as somebody play with him, he send him to Jesus' day room. I'm telling, this is a real life thing. That's why Dice laughing, because he know this is real life. This is real. This is real life, allegedly. This is a real thing that happens. So Kanye West is spinning the block on Jay. Let's listen to what Kanye got to say. I had to rewind that part because I need y'all to listen to what Kanye is actually saying before y'all just write this man off as being crazy. What up, Party Artie? I see you in the building. Shout out to the light side. Right? Let's listen to what Kanye got to say.
Yo, this whole time I've been tweeting for the past 5 weeks. I've just been expressing myself. And now, like, you know, it's been very therapeutic. I never really realized the amount of times that I've been crossed. Like, take John Legend, for instance. Like, I definitely changed his life, you know, brought him up, all that. And, you know, he just went against me because I like Trump. It was nothing against him. But he became a very vocal person against me. Like, I can't be his friend anymore. It's like, first of all, like, bro, I put you on. Like, everyone was so, you know, I just didn't appreciate it. And I just deal with that and get to a happy place. But something about the Cardi shit that was triggering me, just like how Trav and put me on the album. But then I understand it because I'm saying about the Jewish shit. But then it's like when he brought my daughter into it and was talking to this woman that does all of this evil shit right in front of everybody's face. Everybody knows it's happening. So like I feel like I'm being gaslit. None of these celebrities never say that, but they'll say something about my hat. You know what I mean? It's just like that just hit me in a different place. And it was too basic. You know what I mean? I know he just happy about his album and maybe he thought that was lit, or maybe he thought I would like it or something. I know he didn't know I wouldn't like the Skims bar, but it just really triggered a lot of things. It pulled things together between, you know, the idea of celebrity and family and just that dichotomy that I've been fighting, like when I was in the, you know, Kardashian land, and then really traveling the world, moving to Japan to like not have to see it, because I'm the type of person, if I see it, I'm gonna want to fix it, I'm gonna change, I want to speak up and say something for my kids. So I think I did things, I was doing things, you know, to lash out at God, like, you know, God forgot about me. And people think, you know, when you get money, you're not allowed to have issues with people with money. It's such a slap in the face to be able to get all that money and still not have say so on when your kids go to school or when you see them or what their content is, what they're watching, right? And then, so I did all this and I put up the photo that's very disturbing, you know, of my daughter, my youngest daughter, and it's all kinds of other photos like that. And I know when I put that up that they were going to come for me for real. And that's when I got knocks on my door and familiar faces, you know, saying, hey, maybe you should come to a retreat. Like a retreat, I don't even, what's it look like aesthetically? It's going to, you know, just a retreat. Come to find out it was a hospital. So that's what happened like a couple hours ago.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching for.
What up, Hassan? What's good? Salute. Now, y'all heard what Kanye just said. Y'all heard what he said. He said John Legend turned his back on him. John Legend turned his back on him because he supports Trump. Now, how do you turn your back on your friend because of their political stance? This same man changed your life, gave you an opportunity that changed your life forever. The world know you as John Legend because of Kanye West. Your career went as far as it did because of Kanye West. And you cut him off because he had on a MAGA hat? See, didn't I tell y'all that hip hop is blue? Didn't I tell y'all this in the previous show? Didn't I tell y'all this in the previous show? Hip hop is blue. Didn't I tell y'all this? This is why everybody's bombing on Kanye too and saying Kanye is crazy because he's pro-Trump. You see? Diddy, he's blue. Vote or die. Blue campaign. Young Jeezy, my president is black. Obama. Jay-Z, Empire State. New York. Barack Obama administration. Should we keep going? Hip hop is blue. What's Jay-Z's daughter name? See, it be right in y'all face. It be right in y'all. What's Jay-Z's daughter name? Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy. This shit be right in your face. Blue Ivy. You see? But this is why Kanye feels the way he feels about Jay-Z. Y'all heard him? Everybody left me. Where was his friends when he was going through all the stuff that Kim was putting him through? Why Jay-Z didn't come and help him? Okay, you told him not to mess with her. Okay, bro, you was right. So because you want to be so right, nigga, you not going to come help me? See, Jay-Z is one of them suckers because he's not a real friend. See, I'm going to tell my brother after I help him, nigga, what I told you. I'm not going to say that and leave him on stuck. This is what Jay was doing to the nigga. Nobody came to help Kanye. They took his kids from him. Nobody came to help Kanye. All the niggas and all the favors he did for niggas in the industry, all the people he made celebrities. Where's Pusha T at? He left Kanye. All these niggas turned their back on him. All of them. When Kanye started going through shit, none of them reached out and tried to help Kanye. None of them. But when Kanye was making all these niggas hits, he was their brother. See why brotherhood is dead in the modern world? Kanye was their brother. Kanye was their brother. When he was making hits, he was their brother. Then he makes decisions that y'all are not fond of. Now he crazy. Oh, so because I start dealing with a woman y'all don't like, I gotta be crazy? I'm crazy now? Now I need medicine? Okay, I'm gonna get a little graphic, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because y'all know I've been trying to watch my language and the vulgarity and the profanity and all the obscene stuff. But I gotta keep it real for a second, right? So y'all mean to tell me none of your bros fell in love with a hoe? Hold on. So what y'all trying to tell me is none of your homeboys never fell in love with a hoe? Y'all trying to tell me that you or none of your homeboys ever fell in love with a hoe, you couldn't tell this nigga nothing about that hoe. You could have showed this nigga a video of her walking with another nigga. Whenever she called, he pulling up. So we never went through that. As men, we never went through that. We never went through that. We never went through that. Because this is what happened with Kanye West and Jay-Z. So, because your homeboy fell in love with a hoe and probably had a baby, let's keep it real. Oh, so you don't know none of your homeboys that got babies by hoes? Huh? Let's talk reality here. So, you don't go to the baby shower. So, you won't defend your homeboy baby moms if you saw a nigga putting his hands on her in the street because she a hoe. This is what this is the type of nigga Jay-Z is, a bozo. So because your homeboy fell in love with a hoe, you gonna cut your man off. What type of nigga are you? What type of nigga are you? See, this how you know Jay-Z was always a privileged nigga. See, niggas even defend Jay-Z in his street story. He's a privileged nigga. This is why he could do goofy weirdo shit and nobody call him out for it. And niggas will still hang around Jay and won't call him out for doing weirdo nigga shit. Because he's always been privileged. He was even a privileged nigga in the street. All you gotta do is go listen to DeHaven. Shout out to DeHaven. DeHaven got a channel. Y'all can go and watch DeHaven tell you the whole Jay-Z story. The nigga was protected the whole time he was outside hustling. He was always somebody little man's. So Jay-Z was privileged and walked through shit. This is why he don't understand you're not supposed to cut your homeboy off because your homeboy fell in love with a thought. Because if you ever was outside like that, Jay-Z, you would have went through that with your homies. I ain't gonna stop being your homeboy because you in the projects with that thought in the staircase, nigga. Since when we start doing that? See, this how you know a lot of these niggas, they street stories be lies. Because if you was outside, you went through, it's certain shit that everybody went through. Ain't no difference. Care what level you was on. So you mean to tell me none of your homeboys ever fell in love and got a thought pregnant? So you gonna cut your mans off now? This is what Jay-Z did to Kanye West. And y'all salute sucker shit like that? Oh, because it's Jay-Z. Oh, because it's Jay-Z doing it. He could get away with it. He's not called a sucker. No, that's sucker shit. And Kanye is making him pay. And all the niggas who did sucker shit to him, he's making them pay for it. He's calling them out. Why y'all did sucker shit to me when I needed y'all niggas? Y'all laughed at me and called me crazy and said I was on drugs. That's what they did to Kanye. Who you think was behind the smear campaign? Jay-Z. It ain't hard to fucking see. Jay-Z was behind the smear campaign on Kanye West. All because he told him not to mess with Kim Kardashian. And not only did he mess with her, he married her. And not only did he marry her, he put kids in her. He did all this shit to Kanye because Kanye ain't do what he wanted him to do. What kind of friend are you, nigga? Brotherhood is dead. Niggas ain't your brothers. If you my brother, nigga, you supposed to love me right or wrong, nigga. We chastise each other in private, not in public. We handle this shit in private, nigga. You don't cut me off in front of the world. Females do shit like that. Trying to show each other up and shit on each other. Females do that. And Jay-Z always walking around like he a real nigga. Jay-Z is a sucker. I told y'all Jay-Z got the ugly nigga syndrome. And ugly niggas hate on niggas. Period. He has the ugly nigga syndrome. He hate on all his friends. Nigga never liked Dame. Why you think he always want to sleep with the same women Dame Dash had? This is an old picker-upper ass nigga. He like to go and mess with the girls who his friends already had because he an ugly nigga. It's called the ugly nigga syndrome. That's why he's so hateful. That's why when you don't do what his ugly ass tell you to do, he cut you off. Because he an ugly ass nigga. And ugly niggas always want control. Because they don't get shit by just being them. They got to control shit. Ugly ass nigga. What up, AP? Shout out them blacks AP in the building. What's good? Yeah, that nigga got he suffered from the ugly nigga syndrome, clever. That's what he suffered from. He hate Kanye West because Kanye West could get a Kim Kardashian. He can't. See, y'all got to remember, Jay-Z been with Beyonce since she was 16 years old. Y'all got to remember this. Yeah, y'all heard me. Jay-Z has been with Beyonce since she's been 16. Beyonce was sold to him. Why you think Beyonce ain't had no man that the industry knew of until Jay-Z? That has been her only man throughout her whole career. Jay-Z had her since she was a little girl. Why you think they bringing them up on Geppetto charges? They all like young girls. When Jaguar Wright was around them, y'all think they all was grown women? He had Rihanna when she was 14. Umbrella, She was 14 years old. When Dream wrote that song for Rihanna, shout out to the Dream, because Dream wrote that song. Do y'all know Rihanna was brought on a private jet directly to Jay-Z? Do y'all know this? Yeah, why you think all the Geppetto stuff and all this stuff is coming up now? Because it's been allegations of this shit. It's been whispers in the industry about Jay-Z messing with little girls. Just like Diddy. Just like Diddy. See, you know who else is quiet and remain quiet behind this Diddy stuff? Who remembers Ryan Leslie? Who remembers Ryan Leslie? Who remembers the bad boy producer, Ryan Leslie? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember Ryan Leslie. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Cynical says, I do. Who else remembers Ryan Leslie? Lynette says she remembers him. William Jackson says he remembers. Link 1. Mr. Jacob, what's good, Mr. Jacob? Alton Black, what's up, Alton Black? Outrageous TV, salute, fam. New York Nikki says, and where's Farnsworth Bentley? Good question. New York Nikki says she remembers. Elisino says Cassie's ex. And let me add something to that, champ, because I'm glad you said that. There you go, Lynette. Did y'all know that Ryan Leslie helped Cassie because they went to the same college? Yeah. They went to the same school. They went to the same school. So don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. Larry Vaughn says, yep. What up, Larry Vaughn? What up, Bob? Double C in the building. What up, Double C? What's up, Mrs. KP? I see you in the building. Salute to you. You see? You see? See how all this stuff is interconnected. And see, y'all can't forget that these guys belong to Masonic and fraternal orders. You can't forget that. So you can't forget that either. Jay-Z said it's a long time ago. It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. No G money shit. All we got is us. Remember Jay-Z said that? It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. See, the main nigga running around professing all of this trust and all of these morals and principles have none. Have none. Nobody could trust you, Jay. Not even Kanye. My big brother was Big's brother. Listen. See, y'all don't be listening. He said, my big brother was Big's brother. So if we watched, excuse me, not watched, because Jay don't do shit in the public. All the stuff that we've learned over the years about Jay-Z and what he do to his quote unquote brothers, you don't think he had anything to do with Biggie? You don't think he didn't know what was going to happen to Big? Remember, him and Diddy been together since day one. See, a lot of y'all think Jay-Z's the chosen one. No, it's Diddy. I told y'all this. Jay-Z's not the guy. See, they put all the smoke and mirrors around Jay-Z to make us think that Jay-Z's the nigga of the industry. He's the token nigga. No, it's Diddy. It's Diddy. Diddy was before Jay-Z. Y'all forgot? Y'all got to remember, Diddy been in the industry since the late 80s. Jay-Z didn't get signed to the early 90s. Diddy worked for Uptown Records. This is the late 80s, y'all. Y'all got to remember this. Jay ain't that nigga. It's Diddy. It's Diddy. And they have a what? Brotherhood. What do y'all like to call it the boule? What's that? It's a brotherhood. You think Jay-Z wasn't notified that Biggie was going to lose his life when they went to California? Like Diddy knew? Like Diddy had it all set up through Keefy D? Huh? Just like he did with Tupac. See, now we finding out Diddy had something to do with Tupac, not Suge. It was Diddy. It was Diddy. He used the same Southside Crips that he was paying to protect Biggie when Biggie was in California. Because before it was a big U, it was a guy by the name of Marion Suge Knight. See, y'all think this is a game. Before there was a big U, there was a guy by the name of Keefy D who was extorting rappers, and they was paying the Southside Crips to come through California. Yeah. Who you think when Big and I'm going back to who you think they was paying when they was in Cali? They was paying Keefy D and the Southside Crips. Where's Keefy D? In jail. Where's Big U? In jail. Where's Suge Knight? In jail. The Brotherhood. Where's Diddy? In jail. Where's Jay-Z running from? Jail. Brotherhood. Right? I'm here to tell y'all, man, there is no brotherhood in evil. The devil doesn't have a brotherhood. Satan has an army, but it's not a brotherhood. It's just a bunch of evil spirits that's all connected through evil. That's why they say there is no honor amongst thieves. You see? There is no brotherhood when you're doing wrong. You see? And that's what we can learn behind all of this stuff. There was no brotherhood, man. That's why nothing good came out of it. What is the sense of being on top for 30 years and wake up one day in federal prison with all your accounts frozen? Do y'all know right now Diddy just want to be free? And who did we see just be on the phone with one another? Kanye West and Diddy. Why did we see this? What up, Cutthroat? Why did we see this? Alex Morales, salute. Why did we just see Kanye West call Diddy? Because Kanye wanted to reach out and give a brother some support that he wanted and needed in the time that he was in. In his time of need, he wished he had a brother that will reach out to him, that he made millions of dollars with and called his brother. Kanye didn't have nobody, just like everybody shitted on Diddy. Nori won't say Diddy name. Why all these guys acting like they not connected to Diddy? Why nobody supporting Diddy? All these millionaires he done made. Brotherhood is dead. Where's the Ciroc boys? You don't hear Rose shouting out Diddy? None of them. Because there's no such thing as brotherhood, man. Not in the modern world today. Brotherhood is dead, man. If Diddy was out right now, all these niggas would be calling Diddy for a hit song. But they won't call him and say, yo, man, I'm just calling to see if you still alive, brother. That's all Kanye did. Kanye just wanted Diddy to know that if somebody on the outside that's in the industry that he helped out, still care about him, man. Kanye is paying it forward. He's doing what he wanted done for himself. Where's the brotherhood? When you was a Ciroc boy, it was brotherhood. When y'all was wearing the Ciroc jackets and putting Ciroc in all your videos, the Deli on, all on Revolt, where's the brotherhood? Where's the brotherhood? Where you at, Cam? Why you acting like you don't rock with Diddy, Cam? Why you acting like you don't rock with Diddy? Where you at, Rose? You ain't said one thing about Diddy. You ain't shout Diddy out one time. You don't have his sons around you. You don't put his sons in the videos. Nothing. Where's the brotherhood? Where's the brotherhood? What Jay-Z said, it was all good just a week ago. See, it was all good just a week ago. It was all good just a week ago. Isn't that crazy? But that's what we're dealing with today, y'all. Brotherhood is dead in the modern world today, man. And I'm going to tell you why these brotherhoods will always die. These brotherhoods will never work. They will never function correctly because God is not in the midst. God is not the foundation of the brotherhood. See, if the streets is the foundation of you and your mans coming together, right? Y'all are actually coming together and building a brotherhood through the spirit of the devil. That's what the streets represent. That's what poverty represents. It represents the devil. So y'all didn't even come together in a good standing for a good reason, for a positive purpose. And you wondering why y'all backstabbed each other. You wondering why one of y'all got backdoored and you lost it and he lost his life. What do you think it's supposed to come from? What do you expect to come from it? Because brotherhood comes from God. So if it's not rooted in that, if y'all relationship, if the foundation of y'all relationship isn't God, look forward to the relationship coming to an end. Just look forward to it. This is why you hear people say, oh, we just grew apart. Yeah. That's because your interest changed. You're no longer interested in the same shit. A backward alliance. It's a good one, champ. You're trauma bonded. Absolutely, New York Nikki. A different level of evil. GQ says John Legend is a bozo for that. Kanye did change his world. No Diddy. Facts. Facts. So just understand. When your friends start turning on each other, it's because the devil influenced them to. And then you start hearing shit like, I ain't never liked that nigga anyway. I been wanted to violate him. You start hearing shit like that come out your friend's mouth. You start hearing from other people them saying shit like that. Brotherhood is dead in the modern world because it's not rooted in God. That's the only way y'all gonna be friends to the end. You have to be willing to endure. But if God ain't in the picture, man, it's a wrap. Because the way the world is set up today, everybody feel like they don't need nobody. So it's easy for a person to say they just don't want to deal with you no more. It's easy to be that way now. So your relationship has to be meaningful, has to have some substance behind it, some spiritual substance, or just expect it to end. And if you're not careful, expect that back door to be open. Facts, Cutthroat. Expect that back door to be open. If you still moving and shaking a certain way with these so-called homies, with these so-called friends, with these so-called bros. What's up, Tunisia? I just had a friend sabotage my radio. That mean he been wanting to do that. Don't want me to have ish. Yeah, evil is in the air. Yeah, that's foul. That's foul, Tunisia. Benjamin Brown says Cain killed Abel. Facts. Just look at what this country promotes. Porn is full of incest themes, destroying the youth. Good point. What about when you haven't seen your boy in a while, but you came up and he didn't, and you see it? Again, if y'all relationship isn't rooted in God, it's not your bro, man. It's not your boy. Because based on that example you just gave, password protected, 9 times out of 10, if that's the situation, he don't even look at you as your boy. He don't look at you as you being his boy. You may look at him as still your boy and your bro, but if that's what's going on with him, he probably don't even look at you as his friend no more. You feel me? What's up, Johanna Michael? Yup, and backhanded compliments when someone accomplishes something. That's another great point, Johanna. Them backhanded comments. Oh, yeah. I know about those backhanded comments. Shout out to my man, Bob. Appreciate you, Bob. He says, powerful message. What you said about Kanye's side of the story reminds me of what I went through with quote unquote brothers. Shout out to Bob, man. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate that super chat too. You might be his friend, but he's not yours. Facts. And understand this too. Who was that? Who asked that? Passwords. Understand this too. He's not going to tell you that you're not his bro no more. This is what happens to guys who operate from a pure heart. When you wrong somebody, not only do you want to apologize, but you want the person to come and tell you how wrong that you did them. You don't mind listening to that person tell you how you offended them. But see, these other type dudes, they're not even going to tell you. And you know why they're not going to tell you passwords? Because they was just waiting for you to offend them. See, whether y'all know it or not, fellas, it's dudes that y'all hang around that just be sitting back waiting for you to violate them so they could hurt you. And they be your friends. But it's certain shit that they don't like about you and they'll never tell you. But the moment you offend them, they're going to find a way to do something to you. This is why they never tell you that you offended them. Because they're going to use all of that, right, as ammo to why they're going to leave that back door open. This is what happened with Mo 3 and Yella Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy. See, Trap Boy and Yella Beezy, they both hated Mo 3. So they came together and colluded and getting him knocked down. And they all three of them was friends. See that? Brotherhood is dead in the modern world, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate everyone for pulling up on this Sunday afternoon. Shout out to everyone. If you have supported today's show financially, it is very much appreciated, man. Shout out to all the Cash Apps. If you hit the Cash App, thank you so much. If you hit the Venmo, it is very much appreciated. Shout out to everyone who has hit the Super Chat as well. Most importantly, I appreciate everyone for being here this afternoon. If you enjoyed the show and you're new here, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. We will be back tomorrow. Make sure y'all are here tomorrow morning, 10:15 a.m. 10:15 a.m. tomorrow. Make sure y'all catch the DS1 Wake Up Show. We will be live tomorrow morning for the DS1 Wake Up Show at 10:15 a.m. Make sure you're here at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So to you guys that's on Pacific Standard Time or Central Standard Time. Make sure you adjust your schedules. But 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep tomorrow, you could catch the DS1 Wake Up Show. We do the DS1 Wake Up Show every Monday. Every Monday, if God permits or situation permits, we're here every Monday, 10:15 a.m. for the DS1 Wake Up Show. All right. So make sure y'all subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the Wake Up Show tomorrow. Once again, I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Shout out to my lovely lady mods. I appreciate y'all ladies for pulling up on this Sunday and holding it down. Shout out to every one of you ladies. I saw you in the building, Classy Creole. I saw you in the clouds. I appreciate you, sis, as always. Shout out to my lovely lady mods for being active today in the chat. Salute to y'all ladies. It is very much appreciated. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the other sectors that came through. Shout out to the Love Network. Shout out to Team Guardian for pulling up. Shout out to the Now River for pulling up. Shout out to everyone, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I catch y'all tomorrow morning. Peace.